Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill and welcome to Suncoast FYI. Today we preview an elegant masquerade ball, plus a one-of-a-kind gala that's reshaping the face of HIV, a look at the upcoming Orioles spring training, and we'll tell you about a new program at Solve Maternity Homes. The annual Masquerade Ball is happening this month in Venice, and joining me now to talk about it are Jamie Lovern and Andre Beliveau. Hi, ladies.
Hi, how are you?
Morning. Good. And masquerade balls, how fun are those?
Great,
Yeah,
right?
super fun.
Now, this is your 8th annual, okay?
Yes.
And who started it, and why did you start it?
Well, it was started about 8 years ago, and it was a group of just business women within our community that truly wanted to have an event that would be fun for the community to come out and enjoy, but also be a give back to our community. So we volunteer our time, we spend a year planning it, and we all the proceeds go back to the Jean Matthews Northport Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, now, and you've been supporting them for the past, this is your 8th year coming up.
Yes.
And where do those, excuse me, where do those funds go, Jamie?
They go back to just the community, the kids,
Yeah.
to a lot of the lunch programs. So to provide lunches, breakfasts for a lot of the kids that attend Boys and Girls Club.
Okay. All right,
And the
and
different
where is the event going to be held?
We're holding it at the Plantation Golf and Country Club located in Venice.
Lovely, lovely. And the tickets are available online or Facebook, you were saying. What's your
Yes.
website, Jamie?
The website is theannualmasqueradeball.org.
Okay, all right. And Andre,
Yes.
what can people expect during this wonderful event? What time does it start, by the way?
It starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And upon arrival, they have champagne toast. We have a wonderful buffet, beautiful food they have at the Plantation Golf and Country Club. And we're going to have silent auctions, and we're very excited about our new live auction that we're going to have with all kinds of trips. One's going to Havana, Cuba, another 6-night stay in the Caribbean, another one to the Biltmore Estate in North Carolina, which is, I'm totally bidding on that.
Okay.
And also we're going to have some live some raffles. That's what we're having. Is for the diamond necklace we have, and we're going to have a wonderful high-end spirit cart that the guys, I'm sure, will be bidding on for the raffles. So
something
some
for
really
everybody.
neat things to
Yeah, and there
enjoy.
was, let's see, it's very reasonably priced too, from what I recall.
$85 a ticket. Yeah.
Okay, now you have a theme every year that you choose, and the theme this year is
The theme is casting call, Hollywood Nights, right? Is it Hollywood?
Hollywood Nights.
A night at the movies.
A night at the
Night
movies.
at
yeah.
the movies.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an Oscars. We're going to have a red carpet. Step off right into the red carpet, and paparazzi, and really it's going to be lots of fun. So we're going to glam it up.
Okay. Now, it's a masquerade ball. Do people have to wear masks, or should they just dress in costumes?
Well,
or
we
what do you
ask
suggest?
them to do that, to have a mask, but also, to dress in character if you would like. But, mask is required, and then, of course, you don't have to wear it all evening, but, it's nice for the entry
When
photos.
You come in, yes, because there'll be a professional photographer, somebody taking pictures when they come up on the red carpet.
Yes.
Now, will your guests be able to take those home, or will those all be online after?
They will be online, lots of people using their own phones and such as well, and they'll be on the website, to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And it's 6:30 to 11. So is it a sit-down dinner? Is it a buffet? I mean, what do your guests do after they receive their complimentary champagne cocktail?
Well, then they'll be seated,
Yeah.
and there is going to be a buffet. The live auction is going to be during the end of the dinner section, where we're going to have paddles and stuff like that. And then the cocktail hour will be doing the raffle sales and all through the evening. And I do believe at about 9 o'clock is when the raffle drawings will be,
So it's a full evening.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's the capacity at the plantation?
We can have up to 300. I think we're expecting about, it grows every year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, so like 130, 150 guests. You know, there will be a really great DJ that we have. We'll be doing lots of dancing afterwards, and we all let it all hang out afterwards, of course.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, now sponsorships, are they still available, Jamie?
Yes, yes. You can go to our website. It's the annualmasqueradeball.org. There's a contact link, and you can message us. We'll reply quickly, and we can send you a PDF with the sponsorships that are available.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it sounds like a fun event. One more time, what's the date?
February 23rd
Okay.
at
6
6 p.m.
o'clock.
All right, great. Thank you, ladies, and have
Thank you
fun.
so much for having us.
Thanks.
Next on Suncoast FYI, we have a preview of Can Community Health's Red Ribbon Gala, so don't go away. Can Community Health works every day to reshape the face of HIV. And joining me now to talk about the upcoming Can Community Health Red Ribbon Gala are Alex Redman and Dr. Velma Vega. Welcome back, Alex
for
and
having
Dr.
us.
Vega. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll start with you. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about Can Community Health and what you do and the people that you help?
Oh, sure. So we've been in existence for 27 years. We've been helping, we started here in Sarasota community, and now we are extended in one of the largest organizations treating HIV/AIDS throughout the state of Florida and extending even into other states. But what we treat is HIV/AIDS, sexually transmitted diseases, as well as hepatitis. And we are known experts in this field. We have over 30 clinics and over close to 20,000 patients, and here locally, close to 2,000 patients that we treat. So, and that's only in the Sarasota,
awesome.
Northport area. We've got even more extensions into
Those are
Clearwater
staggering
and Tampa.
figures for
Yes.
a community our size.
Yes.
We're in
Now-
7 states now, Nancy. 7 states, including Puerto Rico.
Well,
It's pretty amazing.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's quite a bit of growing that you've done over the years.
Yes, yes.
Now, Dr. Vega, how has HIV treatment changed the hope for people living with and being diagnosed with HIV?
Right. Well, we have such growth from the fact of the days of multiple, well, first of all, when there were no medications, and then to taking so many medications that they had so many problems and complications from them, to now taking a 1 pill once a day, and even some studies that are showing injectables that may go as little as taking 1 injection every 6 months.
Thank gosh.
So there's a big movement and change in HIV, and obviously for us it's about prevention. We've really moved, we call it heaven and earth, to try and get patients to not only be on prevention treatment, but also take preventative measures to avoid getting HIV.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of people walking around not knowing that they have the HIV virus, right? How do people know if they're HIV positive or not? Do they come and get actually tested right in your location?
Correct. Well, they definitely can get tested. Free testing is done at almost all our locations, and you can walk in, you can get both your HIV as well as STD and hepatitis testing.
Okay.
And so that's important. But you also can get it at your primary care doctor. Your doctor during your annual physical should be asking you that in the regular panel of your lab test, you should be getting an HIV included.
Okay.
It's recommended.
Why don't people, Alex, why don't people get tested?
You know, people don't get tested because of fear, and I think one of the biggest problems we have is stigma. Stigma is huge, particularly in communities, the minority communities, because we have different cultural differences. We have machismo in some, and we have homophobia. It's no longer a gay white man's disease. It is everybody. It is your grandfather. It is your grandchild. HIV doesn't discriminate. And people just need to go out and get tested. Plus, we have mobile units, and we have prevention and education people at most of our locations. They go out to community events.
Wonderful. Okay, and that's all on your website for people to find
Absolutely.
those. We want to talk a little bit about your big event coming up. How is this different from other events on the Suncoast, Alex?
Oh, this is going to be amazing. We have the Golden Globe nominee Billy Porter, who is a wonderful actor that's been around forever. He is an openly gay man. He is elegant, eloquent, super talented. He's on TV all the time, and he was in the groundbreaking FX show Pose, which is about ballroom dancing or voguing on the piers in New York. It was great. And also actress MJ Rodriguez.
Very exciting.
They are going to be at our event. They are guest speakers. It is a red ribbon gala, dressing to the nines, unlike anything Sarasota's seen before. There are a few tickets left, and we have a website that people can go to. They can go to cancommunityhealth.org, and there's also a phone number that you guys have and a video.
Okay. Quickly, where is it going to be held and when?
It's going to be on March 16th at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton Hotel, downtown Sarasota.
How appropriate. And one final question, where do the funds go that you raise from this event?
Great question, Nancy. All funds go directly to our Patient Assistance Fund. So this is to help people.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
And have a great gala.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just ahead on Suncoast FYI, we take a look at the always exciting Orioles spring training season. Joining me now on Suncoast FYI is Orioles Sarasota Vice President David Rovine. Welcome back.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Another year coming up.
A great year
coming up. The Orioles are going to play their first of 17 home games.
Correct.
On
the 23rd of March.
23rd.
Excuse me, it's the 23rd of February.
February.
Actually, we're starting early. We started that last year.
Yep.
Major League Baseball did, and this year they're going to continue it. This allows the players in season to get a few more days off during long road trips. So it backs up spring training, February 23rd, opening day.
Okay, and time?
Time, 1:05.
1:05. And you have some new things for our fans to look forward to this year. What's some of those about?
Well, I think this year, and maybe I say this every year, but I think this is the most spectacular year.
They are all spectacular.
They are
That's right,
spectacular.
They are.
Spring is
Yeah.
the great time because everybody starts at zero.
Yep.
We go forward.
Yep.
Hope springs eternal, and we're ready to
Absolutely.
do that. But we're also ready to welcome our millionth fan. You know, the Orioles in 9 seasons have drawn 985,000 people, and this year, possibly on opening weekend, we are going to announce or identify the millionth Oriole fan through the door.
Now, how are you going to do that?
Well, the ball club is going to, obviously, we have 2 gates, people are pouring through,
Exactly.
and once we hit that million, we're going to kind of randomly identify a fan, and that's going to be our fan representing the millionth customer through the door.
What are they going to be on the Supertron, or what are you going to do for this millionth fan?
Well, we're going to have confetti, we're going to have balloons, and we're actually going to have some gifts, too, as a matter of fact, because that millionth fan is going to get a $5,000 spending spree from really one of our great sponsors, the Diamond Vault. And it's not,
oh my gosh.
Excuse me, a spending experience. It is an elegant experience.
Okay.
So it's not a spree, it's an experience.
Okay.
Plus they're going to get 5 years, 2 spring training season tickets.
Oh my gosh.
Plus a Mercedes for a weekend and a few other prizes that we'll talk about down the road.
It sounds fabulous.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
really going to be
Wow.
terrific. And then we'll bring them on the field. Diamond Vault will be able to present them with this experience, set it up for them. It's going to be a great, great time.
Awesome, awesome. I'd hate to be that next person in line, right?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Or the one before that,
Exactly, exactly. So prior to spring training, though, you have something else coming up. You have Spring Fest.
We do.
Okay.
Spring Fest really heralds in the opening of spring training. It gives people a taste of what's coming up. So it's an absolutely free event, free parking, free admission. So we advise people bring the kids, bring the grandparents, bring the parents. Everybody can come because we have lots of activities. You get to see the players begin to warm up. Pitchers and catchers will be there, and so will great activities. Catch on the field is probably one of the most fun things they'll do. People can go out on center field and have a catch with their child, their parent, whatever.
Fun, fun, fun. Always. I mean, it's just such an uplifting experience whenever you go there.
It truly
So,
is.
you know.
It truly is. And another great event that's coming up is also going to be Athletes and Artists Play for Kids. This is really a terrific event that has developed over the course of the years. And it's a weekend of song and sport to support the arts and empowerment of women, as a matter of fact, and young girls. So it's a great, great weekend of
And when is that?
baseball. That's going to be March 1st
Okay.
and March 3rd.
Okay.
It's going to be featuring Nashville Music Row Comes to the Ballpark. Singer-songwriters are going to talk about how they developed their mega hit songs and what motivated them. And then on Saturday night, Cole Swindell, really a rising superstar,
Amazing,
will
yes.
perform out in the outfield
Okay.
with lots of fun and lots of activity. And it's a great show that people should come see.
Okay, so how can people get tickets for all of this?
Well, the best way to do it is go to Orioles.com/Sarasota. That way you'll see all the activities, you'll see all the dates, and you can pick and choose what you want to come to, and hopefully you're going to be at every game, every activity that we have, and you can even order online, as a matter of fact, or on the phone, and I do have the number here somewhere. I know I have it, 800-745-3000 for tickets.
Okay.
But again, Orioles.com/Sarasota will tell you everything you need to know.
All right, David, have a great season, and I look forward to seeing you.
Always a pleasure.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we'll tell you about a new program benefiting mothers on the Suncoast. Solve Maternity Homes has some exciting changes, and joining me now to talk about all of them is Executive Director Peggy Kerwin. Hi, Peggy.
Good morning.
You do such wonderful things for our women in our community, and I'd like to have you tell our viewers how Solve helps with their maternity homes and the women and children that are able to come there.
Certainly. Well, actually, since 1976, we've been a local homegrown nonprofit in our community, helping women and children through the process of housing and structured programmatic services that help them get on their feet and be ready to either parent their babies or to choose a family to raise their child.
Okay. Now, when you say children, is that if somebody comes to you, a woman that's expecting, can she bring another child with her when she comes to the home?
Our program is not set up for that,
Okay.
but if a woman reaches out to us in need for housing for herself during pregnancy and with another child, we certainly help with resources in the community to find what she needs to help her.
Wonderful. Now, who are your clients and where do they come from, Peggy?
That is such a great question because there is no typical client that comes to Solve. We serve women that walk in off the street that have come out of the preserves when the rainy season comes and they come with only the clothes on their back. And we serve women that come from solid family situations that have just found themselves in a time of trouble and needing a little support and help to mature them and grow them and prepare them for life.
Okay. Now, the pregnant ladies that come in, how soon can they arrive at your facility? And how long can they stay after the baby's born?
We love when they come in as early in the pregnancy as possible, and that's because there's such extensive case management and counseling services. So if they come in early, they have more time to take advantage of those services. And then currently, the women have been staying with us 6 to 8 weeks post-birth. If they're an adult resident, and about 90 to 120 days post-birth for a minor. But we're excited to announce that we have just launched the next phase of programming for us, which is our Evolve program, and that will serve women who are educationally minded up to 2 years post-birth so that they can complete whatever post-secondary education that they need so that they can gain a living wage employment opportunity.
So they'll be able to attend school and have childcare?
Absolutely. Well, we will not be providing childcare, but there are so many wonderful childcare opportunities surrounding our properties that the women will be able to utilize those services. But we will provide that stability of housing, structure in place to keep them motivated and moving forward in a positive direction.
Okay. Now, what other kinds of programs and why is it necessary to have these in our community?
Well, I tell people all the time, the baby is not the problem. The baby is what draws them to come to Solve Maternity Homes, but so many of the women that come to need our services are coming from places of a lot of dysfunction and poor choices and poor decisions. And so Solve Maternity Homes is a place where they can stop, pause, and redirect their life for a more productive future and to be a producing member of our community.
That's awesome. Now, where does Solve serve? What part of our community is encompassed?
In terms of locations, so we actually own 4 residential maternity homes, and they're located 2 side by side in Bradenton. We have a home in Englewood, and then we opened in 2017 our 4th maternity home right here in Sarasota.
That's awesome.
And those homes are all serving women that are in need of our services. But we take women that will call us from anywhere. So we, all over the state of Florida, women who are seeking housing will come to us, and we even sometimes serve women that come to us from out of state.
That's awesome. Now, what led you to expand the program? We talked briefly earlier about the number of women that you've helped with, which I think our viewers would love to know that.
Need. And one of the things I love most about the organization that I work for is that when we recognize a need, we want to fill that need. And so in 2017, we had a young lady that was a client with us. She had been with us nearly a full year, and she was aging out of the foster care system. And we kept her with us until she was ready to move on to that next step.
Okay.
And nearly 30 days after she left us, she was brutally murdered.
Oh my God.
And so was her young son. And we recognized that if she was preparing to start college actually the next day, and we recognized that if she had still been in the nurturing direction of our organization, that might have been prevented. And so we are looking around and saying we can't let that happen again. If these women want to be enrolled in school, if they want to break those chains of poverty, if they
You're
want
gonna
to
help
get off
them.
those government services, then we want to help them accomplish that.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I know that the Lakewood Ranch Women's Club supports you.
Yes.
And I hope a lot more of the community does. And I know you need volunteers, but our viewers can go to your website to find all of that out, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here, Peggy.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up this weekend, the 5th annual Bradenton Area River Regatta. Watch exciting boat races on the Manatee River in both Palmetto and Bradenton. The all-day event will also feature musical performances, a food fest, and a fireworks finale. You can also meet some familiar S&N faces on the Palmetto side of the river. Plus a celebration of creativity for all. The 31st annual Downtown Sarasota Festival of the Arts is happening February 9th and 10th. Come see life-size sculptures, unique jewelry, and incredible photography. The event takes place from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Main Street in downtown Sarasota. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you, and this is a complimentary service. Please call our producers, Andrea Chu, at 941-361-4645. To view previous episodes, go to snnTV.com under Programming. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.